The story begins in an unknown place where mages in red robes chant a spell. They look happy, but behind them, scary monsters lurk. In the center of the building is a pink crystal. It reacts to the mage's spell, and more monsters gather around. Suddenly, a man swiftly swings his sword, beheading some monsters. The man continues slashing monsters in the background. The mages get scared. This man is Ray Chang, also known as Sword Lord. He leads a group of warriors. He tells them he'll make a path to the crystal. Gravekeeper Jorp Bellmeyer shows up with his skeleton army, while Sanctus Maria Jader yells at all the troops to stop the descent ritual. The crystal starts moving and someone says it's too late. The tower's tier changes from 12 to 12 and a man falls from the sky, knocking back the troops. A new raid goal is set. The troops realize it's bad news and they look scared. The 5th season boss arrives, known as Lord of Pestilence, the Green Man. He wears a mask and wields 2 daggers. He starts slicing through the troops. The goal is to defeat him. The Green Man doesn't even move, but the troops are falling. Only the Sanctus holds a shield for a select group to fend off the Lord of Pestilence's tentacles. Sword Lord realizes he might not survive and starts running toward the exit, leaving his soldiers behind. They're scared and screaming, wondering why he's abandoning them. Green Man points out that he's just immortal and swings his hand towards Sword Lord. But just as the swing is about to hit him, a mysterious figure in black armor steps in front of the troops. They recognize him as the Hero King, and relief washes over them. Hero King rushes towards Green Man, who starts swinging at him. Hero King casually slices through the attacks. Green Man realizes it won't be easy and gets serious. They clash midair, and a blast of green energy illuminates the building. Sanctus Maria screams the name of the Hero King, Kang Yusung. Green Man tells the Hero King that he's foolish to attack him alone and claims that humanity's hope the Hero King will die a lonely death in an ocean of pestilence where no one can reach him. Hero King thanks him for providing a cover, as he didn't want others to see all of his powers. With a cunning look on his face, Hero King releases a surge of energy, leaving Lord of Pestilence questioning how this could be. The energy blast sends Lord of Pestilence crashing to the ground. People see Hero King standing in the middle of the building. They realize they've won and let out a cheer. Hero King collects a blue light after defeating Lord of Pestilence. Then the loot is distributed among the contributors. The top 100 players get a rare rank skill card ticket, and the top 10 get an artifact gacha ticket of hero rank or above. This victory prevents the end of the world once again. Hero King receives legendary equipment and the title of Lord Slayer. He falls to the ground looking at the notifications. With this done, he closes his eyes and the world's lifespan extends by a year. They move to a conference hall where they learn that Hero King is the #1 player for all 4 seasons, ranked first in everything. A young child excitedly holds a doll of Hero King, saying he's on TV. On the streets, people ask if Hero King saved the world, and some buy Hero King t-shirts. Back in the conference hall, a man at the microphone asks Hero King to share a few words on how he feels, representing all heroes. Sanctus Maria shakes his hand and urges him to say something nice, even if he doesn't mean it, as all the top 10 players of this season are present. The audience waits for Hero King to speak. He grabs the microphone and says, "Hero my ass." Everyone freezes, their faces showing visible question marks. Maria looks like her spirit left her body. Hero King finishes by stating that it was over for him a long time ago. Amid the panic, people run in all directions, fearing the end of the world. But in the midst of the chaos, a group of individuals known as the Players appears. Their purpose is to protect the city by defeating various monsters. They announce the rules of a new world where tower break, a phenomenon where monsters break out of towers, can be prevented if the tower is raided within a specific time frame. Players with superhuman powers become the heroes of this world. Returning to reality, someone replays Hero King's conference talk on television. It becomes a controversial topic when he shamelessly states that he does it for money and encourages people to buy his shirts and posters. Hero King sits in his chair and watches the replay, scrolling through the top comments on the video. He questions if these comments truly represent the standard of the player forum. The player community naturally formed as the world turned into a game, where raid information is shared and players trade items. In the comment section, someone decides not to buy a Hero King shirt. Hero King responds, asking if they can afford a shirt. Another person asks if he is Hero King, surprising him. The rest of the comments are filled with praise or requests to join Hero King in the next season. Hero King looks out from his balcony window and sees a group of reporters gathered in front of his house. He can't take it anymore. When he leaves his home, reporters swarm him with questions about his merchandise being boycotted worldwide. The next question revolves around whether he meant what he said about being done with it a long time ago and why he chose to be an active player in the new season. Instead of answering the reporters, Hero King questions if the celebrities causing trouble on TV even know how to do anything. A smirk appears on his face as he declares that he'll pay them back with good entertainment. Reporters start asking him what he means, but in the middle of their sentences, the ground begins to shake. Season 6, called Endless Labyrinth, has begun. The tower's structure is being created, and people watch it happen in the sky. The system notifies players that they can enter by reading the information through the gate at the bottom of the tower. A warning comes stating that as the dungeon break approaches, the floating tower will get closer to Earth. Players must raid the tower to protect the world from destruction. Hero King puts on his hoodie and swiftly leaves the scene. Flyers with his name are scattered on the ground, and people wonder if he gave them out and ran away. As he arrives at his destination on the hero map, there are no footsteps to be seen, which is expected for the first day of the season. Multiple monarchs, possibly otherworldly beings, watch Hero King and laugh at him, giving him their blessings. Hero King hears this and tells them to keep laughing, just as they did at the conference. He believes that the day at the conference and the blessings from the transcendent monarchs weren't meaningless. One of the monarchs laughed so hard as a thank you for the entertainment that he gave Hero King a blessing, guaranteeing a legendary grade reward. With this, Hero King tells the system to open all rewards in one go. The blessing given by the monarch has a strong influence on the player Gacha. With a spark in his eyes, Hero King prays for a legendary drop and receives a legendary coat with no defense but high evasion. He also gets a legendary item with a heroic grade skill and a heroic grade artifact. Equipping the cloak, he enters the tower. The Golden Legend Monarch, who blessed Hero King, retracts the blessing but blesses his shirt business. Inside the tower, Hero King finds himself in a medieval castle. Suddenly, an orc stomps the ground and rushes toward him. The raid goal is to defeat the Blood Moon Singer on the highest floor. Hero King is happy and wonders if he should test out his heroic grade skill from the cloak. He uses the Frost Sword Creation, a heroic skill that creates a frost sword with minor differences if the user can use ice magic. As Hero King's compatibility with ice magic increases, he gains ice breathing. Rushing towards the orcs, he thanks the Frost Monarch and casually slices the goblins. The orcs try to defend, but it's too late. Everyone starts freezing in place from the frost swing. After freezing all the orcs in place, Hero King walks forward, receiving a bunch of level-up notifications. He declares that the first floor has been cleared. With this, Hero King knows he's off to a good start and questions if he should try to save the world again. Hero King arrives on the second floor with his frost sword still intact. He looks distressed as he sees a group of orcs near bonfires celebrating. The orcs realize they're being watched, and upon seeing Hero King, they consider him a warrior who will take them to Valhalla. They're enthusiastic about fighting him and dying with honor. Hero King is happy about this and tells them to wait, promising to show them what heaven looks like. He jumps on top of the orcs. Moving forward, Hero King arrives on the fourth floor and admits that leveling up is great but a little hard without a break. Suddenly, he notices a message stating that Warsong guards are blocking the path to the chief's room. Looking at the orcs, he realizes that putting armor on them is a way to indicate they are elite mobs. A notification tells Hero King to fight with honor and die in front of him. Another notification states that Monarch the Steel King blessed the Warsong guards, further exciting the orcs. The orcs scream that they are waiting for Valhalla and rush forward, looking for the warrior who will take them there. As they rush for Hero King, they start singing the song of blood and steel for the Steel King. Hero King, a bit tired, complains while raising his sword that they won't even let him catch his breath. He swings the sword, thinking it will freeze the orcs as before, but he's surprised when it doesn't affect them. The orcs attack Hero King, then he parries with his sword. Swiftly, he moves to the rear of the orc, slashing him but not causing any damage to the orc's armor. Hero King realizes that being elite warriors, they might have a resistance to cold chai. He jumps onto a chandelier where the orcs can't reach him to rethink his strategy. Hero King needs to deliver a sure-shot fatal blow but doesn't have the right skill for it. He recollects his memory of receiving the legendary item and notices the hero rank artifact that he could use. Hero King opens his inventory and grabs the frozen hearth. Uncertain about what it does, he decides to use it. He knows he may not be ready to handle it, but he smiles. A warning appears, stating that those inexperienced with cold magic might turn into ice statues. The orcs taunt and scream at Hero King to come down, stating that a warrior like him won't go to Valhalla for this cowardice. When an orc sends an axe flying toward Hero King, he realizes it's not the time to hesitate and embeds the artifact while still standing on the chandelier. His cold chi gets stronger and he acquires a glacier synergy. Hero King jumps down from the chandelier to fight the orcs. He strengthens his cold chai skill cards by embedding the artifact, thinking that he doesn't need a golden spoon when he has a gold mine of items. He embeds cold chai into his frost sword, and the orcs start attacking. As he blocks one attack with his enlarged sword and parries another attack from the rear with his frost arm, he freezes the orcs in place. Turning, he prepares to deal a fatal blow to both orcs, attacking and defeating them, which results in him leveling up. There are still orcs remaining, and they attack him. Hero King parries their attacks and swings his sword, knocking one orc into the ceiling, causing him to level up again. Instead of a single sword, he manifests 2 daggers. One of the orcs notices, but it won't help him. Hero King goes on a killing spree, defeating the remaining orcs left and right. His final move is a bunch of cobweb slices. Hero King believes he's done with this floor, but realizes his estimates were off. He summons an ice spike ball and declares it his final strike. After doing this, he levels up, and a notification appears, telling him that he cleared the elite floor. The special reward for clearing this floor is a random skill card pack and a bunch of achievement points. Hero King goes on to unlock the pack. A blue card shows up, a normal skill step, even though he thought he would get a legendary skill. He admits it's better than nothing. One of his blessings increases the effect of the skill. Hero King, standing in front of a gate into a palace, walks in and is greeted by someone who asks if he's not dead yet. Hero King shamefully declares that he is still alive. The girl tells him it's not a shame, as he can only buy items from her when he's alive, making it more efficient. She is the shopkeeper automata inside the tower created by Machine Gear King. She notices that Hero King has accumulated many achievement points and tells him to make sure to use them before going off to die. Hero King asks why she doesn't just tell him to rot to death at this point. As Hero King opens the item list, the shopkeeper tries to sell him a card pack, promising a legendary card, but he ignores her and buys a speed potion and a fire potion for a total of 300 achievement points. When Hero King is about to leave, the shopkeeper tries to sell him on just one card pack, but he acts as if he can't hear her by covering his ears. Hero King enters the boss floor and is greeted by the boss, who asks if it's time for war. The boss attacks Hero King, who tries to defend against it but loses his barrier. The boss activates his unique Berserk skill, and Hero King admits that the game isn't fun if it's too easy.